Hello, here we are with an unboxing of the Nokia Lumia 720, another mid-range Windows Phone handset from Nokia. We've got the retail packaging here. This is a UK spec phone, and what we have here is the black variant, and you can see it's got GSM and 3G on the bands 850, 900, 1900 and 2100 megahertz. So sort of fairly standard. You get an idea of the box contents here and some of the features. So we've got a Snapdragon Processor, we've got here Drive, here Maps and Nokia Music all on board. So if we pull out the packaging, this is the black unit as I mentioned. So there is the device, which we'll come back to in a few moments time. There are a variety of other colours available as well. So we've got a micro SIM card tool there, so we use that to basically help get our SIM card out of our phone. We eject the little slot from the phone to do that. We've got sort of a quick start guide here, a little bit more comprehensive than you get on a lot of other handsets nowadays, but just get you up and running with the basics of Windows Phone. Then what we've got under here are the rest of the package contents and accessories. So we've got a USB to micro USB cable here, so we'll connect that to the mains charger or to a computer for charging or for data connectivity. We've then got a set of fairly basic in-ear headphones with a 3.5mm headphone jack and an inline microphone there as well, so for doing hands-free calling. And then what we've also got is a 3-pin UK mains power adapter, so Nokia branded. There's the USB port into which you connect the provided cable. The other end goes into the phone for charging. To make it compact for travelling, the third pin pops up and down like so. So that's what you get in terms of box contents. Okay, so here we are with the Nokia Lumia 720. Taking a look at the device itself, we're presented with the 4.3-inch touchscreen display. It's got a WVGA resolution on there. We've got a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera with a wide-angle lens. That's going to allow you to take the best pictures possible with the front-facing camera. Got the speaker, the Nokia logo, and we've got the 3 keys synonymous with Windows Phone, all touch sensitive. Taking a look at the bottom of the phone, then we've got the micro USB charging port for data connectivity to the computer as well. We've got a microphone there. Around to the side, we've got what looks like the SIM card slot. In actual fact, it's the memory card slot here. You use the same pin ejector tool to be able to access that. Coming round to the top of the phone, we've got the 3.5mm headphone jack where we can use the included headphones for hands-free calling or listening to music. And then we've got the micro SIM card slot on the top here, so you just eject this tray with the SIM card ejector tool. And then coming around to the other side, you can just notice we've got 3 buttons that sort of raised. We've got a camera button, we've got a power button, and we've got the volume rocker keys. So nice to see a dedicated camera button on the handset. Coming round to the back, presented in the middle, you've got an embossed Nokia logo. You've got regulatory information down here. You've got the loudspeaker just in the bottom corner. Here we've got 3 pins, and that's to work in conjunction with covers for the device to allow wireless charging, etc. And then on the back here we've got the camera with LED flash. It's a Carl Zeiss lens and it's a 6.7 megapixel camera on the device. So I'm just going to power this on, and whilst I do, I'll just run through some of the specs that you've got on here. Of course, you've got standard sort of phone functionality, you've got Bluetooth, you've got Wi-Fi, you've got GPS on board, so you can do all of your navigation. Weighs in at 128 grams, and you have a 2000 milliamp hour battery under this back cover. It's built in, but 2000 milliamp hours should be enough to sort of get you through a normal working day. The fact that it's only got a 4.3-inch display is going to conserve some of that battery power and allow you to last for longer when out and about. So let's just sort of get started on the phone here, set it up as English. We haven't popped a SIM card in it here, and we'll just run through the basic setup, so it's going to run through that for setup. So we've got the car's ice lens on the back here, so that's going to give you some exceptional shots, and we've seen a lot of Nokia products achieving very good images from their cameras that are on board. It's got the autofocus and the LED flash. It also has 4 times digital zoom. So in terms of internal memory, there's 8 GB of internal memory. Of course, some of that will be used up with the operating system of the phone, so you won't get that sort of amount available to you. That's why they've included a micro SD card slot on here, which supports cards up to 64 gigs, so you can pop in a memory card in there to expand your storage. You've got a 1 GHz dual core processor under here, so it's fast enough for most of the things that you're ever going to need to do, unless you're an intense gamer or really handling lots of applications at any one time where you need anything more. The 1 GHz should suffice just nicely, and this sits obviously in a mid-range sort of position. And with Windows Phone built onto this device, you're going to get a lot of functionality, a great deal of integration into the likes of SkyDrive, your Office documents, and of course there's an ever-increasing number of applications becoming available. So we're just going to let that boot up, and we'll come back once it's booted. Okay, so the 720 has now booted and gone through its startup procedure. That does actually take some time on Windows Phone. Now, I'm not going to give an extensive tour of Windows Phone here because there's lots of videos out there, including those officially from Microsoft. But to give you an idea, here you've got your home screen with all your different tiles, and you've got the live ones that feed automatically based on updating content. So we've got the phone functionality that we can go through to here. Now, we haven't got a SIM card inserted in this one, but what we can do is we can go through to the dial pad, dial out a number, and of course if you've got your contacts synced to this phone, you can access all of those. You can go to your contacts list, and this will take you into the people application, and this is where you can get all of the latest updates on your contacts, especially if you've connected them to social networks, etc. Just plus here to add people's information straight to your handset. Messaging, similar sort of format as you'd expect. You get all your threaded messaging here. Any online chats that you've got going on. We can just go into a message that we've had from Windows Phone here. You can see how it displays in this sort of threaded format. We can't reply because this is a read only, but if we click new, we can go in and type our message out on the keyboard. Now, the Windows Phone keyboard is pretty good. Type along there. You can do it in landscape mode if you choose as well. Gives you a slightly bigger keyboard. Makes for a quite comfortable position here. Got curvature on the 720. Actually feels quite comfortable in hand. The phone's not too heavy either. Back at the home screen, you can completely customize this. So I can press and hold on a tile. I can press the little arrow to increase it, or I can even sort of drag it about if I want. I can move it down here, and I could move this one up here. I can move this one up here. So you've got lots of options in terms of the customization that you want on your handset. And that goes further if you scroll through across and then into the settings of the phone. You've got a whole load of options to personalize it. Of course, ringtones. You've got the theme. So we've got this dark theme at the moment, but I could switch to a light. I could then switch to a different color here, and that would change the theme throughout the phone to make it more personal to myself. You can add all of your email accounts. You can do internet sharing on this device. So if you've got 3G, you could share your 3G connection with someone else's mobile device. Of course, we're connected to Wi-Fi at the moment. Bluetooth. You've got all the details about your mobile network, your GPS. You've got Kids Corner, which is a safety functionality built into Windows Phone 8 to basically stop them doing things that you don't want them to. You can see the phone storage here. Now, we mentioned that we've got 8 gig on board, of which some of the operating system's taken up. So you've actually got 4.94 gig available for you to actually use. Got all your controls around the screen, so we've got it on automatic adjustment at the moment. I can turn that off, and I can change the level to high to get maximum brightness out of that display. Now, to conserve battery, we'll go and put it on automatic, but you can see just how bright that was. You can change your languages on here. all these options around phone updates. Let's just go into about the phone here, so a bit of information there. You can go see it's the Lumia 720 running Windows Phone 8. Loads and loads of sort of settings that you've got there, and you've even got accessory settings here from Nokia, so any additional accessories that you may have. So that might be one of the wireless charging cases that will be available. So program list is fairly sort of standard: your calendar, your calculator, your camera. You've got some games, of course. This all links up to Xbox. You've got Nokia Here Drive and Here Maps, so that's your sort of free navigation service. You've got Internet Explorer. You've got all your music and videos. You've got Office on here, which can do all of your Office documents and sync up to any accounts like SkyDrive that you may have. So be it Word document, a presentation, a spreadsheet, it's all possible on here, and you can link up to other corporate services that you may have within your organization as well. So you've got the Windows Phone Store. You've even got services to help transfer your data. So let's just quickly go into the internet and just show you here. So if we go to Clove's website, so we're running over Wi-Fi. It defaults to our mobile site here, but we can go into our full desktop site to get the full sort of desktop PC experience. Now you can see it's all rendered on screen there to give you the best sort of options. You can double tap into the screen, double tap out, you can pinch and zoom. You can orientate into landscape mode as well, so I could click into a product to get more information. So let's go into the Sony product just here, and it'll all sort of load up, and you can sort of scroll through, and admittedly it's still loading up here over the Wi-Fi, but you can view and use the website like you would on a desktop computer. You can easily sort of see the text just there, but you can pinch and zoom in as well to get a closer look at that. So if we come back then and take a quick look at the camera. So we mentioned we've got the rear-facing 6.7 megapixel camera on the back here with a Carl's Zeiss lens. So we can click up here and we've got photo settings. So you can control your ISO, your exposure value, your white balance, even the aspect ratio, and whether you have the focus assistant light on as well. If we come out of those settings, we've also got the video settings again, which includes white balance, continuous focus, and also the video quality mode. Now the highest resolution we can go up to is 720p. Now it's not full HD, but it's pretty good quality nonetheless. You've got the option to flick to the front-facing camera, so there you go, you can see us recording here. You've got flash settings, so you can choose whether the flash is on or off. And then you've got more settings to use the camera, including Bing Vision and Smart Shot, and both of those are useful features. Just loading in here to show you Smart Shot. So it's to create brilliant group shots and delightful portraits, and basically allows you to ensure that you never miss that picture thanks to the tools they've got built on board. Now whilst it's not representative, of course you've got the camera button on the top here, so you can press that to capture your images. You see the flash was going off there, and then that goes again for the same for video, but what we're doing is we're just flicking between this icon here to show whether we're in video recording mode or standard camera capture mode. And there you've got it recording, you've got the icon on screen to show you how many seconds of video recording that we've actually completed. So without going into too much more detail, you've obviously got music and videos on here. There's no music stored on here at the moment, but you can sync up your music from your computer, or of course you could stream. Maybe it's worth just giving you an idea of some of the sound qualities of the 720. So why don't we head over to YouTube and just show you. Okay, so here we are at the Clove YouTube channel. So if we just click into a video here, and we'll just play one back for you running over Wi-Fi. So this is at full volume. So the speaker on the back there is a little bit directional due to its location, and depending on how you hold the phone, you could easily sort of end up covering that speaker. But it's loud enough and would suffice with most people. It didn't sound too tinny there. In that example, of course, we can't count for every sort of music type on there, but it's just a good guide. So there's a quick unboxing of the Nokia Lumia 720.